Let's go with the Bay, man. Show you the power of the Bay. I like it. I think the Drinker you want to leave in the graveyard. Like, you don't want to exile it. Because you could bring it back later for mana. I need to check the permanent value of the permanents. And that. I wonder if I'm gonna wait. Let's see if I can bait him. Well, I'm either gonna get jebaited or they're getting jebaited. Oh. That was a good one too. Yeah, we might have him. This is 4. If you don't kill the Bloodletter, that's game. Nice. Okay. I only do 3 damage. The 4 damage, 2 mana spell. The Bloodletter is just 2 mana, 4 damage, gain 2 life, create 2 blood tokens. Pretty powerful. Had to let the Queen's Bay go last time, but let's see what we can do this time. It's more of a ramp card, and then also like alternative wind gun later on. I don't really have anything to do. This just costs 6. Hope you're not Reanimator. Whew. I like that. I don't need any white. Could have some man lands. Well, let's start with the Queen's Bay. That's what we came here to see. They'll have some type of removal. Hopefully it's not the end. Do I want to take 5 damage? That's the question. For Sunfall. Those are 2 good cards I can get back for cheap. Life lost. We really want the Bloodletter. The Takanuma is pretty good because it's really. Oh, that's not a vampire? Oh, that sucks. That's a vampire though. Queen's Bay into Queen's Bay. You got another sweeper? One, two, three, four, 5. I could do that next turn. I have the mana for it. Well, I don't want to mill them anymore. I don't think they have any creatures though. I think they're all just how many deep pops you got, huh? I could have did this actually. Might have been better than wasting the Gix. I don't think I need the Gift of Flame Fangs. Or maybe I don't need this Tide.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win.
I could play into their hand.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Yeah, I don't need that anymore. I'm not gonna be milling you. I could use it to get... I think we'll still go with this. I mean, if they kill it, they kill it. I have to run out sometime, you know? I guess not.
And you think you can win? We all have things we'd rather forget.
This is going real hard.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Mm-hmm. It's probably gonna be Liliana that I have to discard. I think I should have went. Ooh. I think I could have sacrificed a permanent actually. Land. That would have been better.
Sacrifices must be made.
Yeah, I guess we gotta kill Liliana. That sucks.
A delay, nothing more.
I have to do this. Sweeper? So just exile that. I mean, no reason to do anything, right? Or maybe to switch to knight. But he just has to discard them.
No more distractions. Let's make this quick. I've always hated crowds.
Pretty sure that's a good game. Then you have to draw and discard. The Queen's Bay getting around the virtue of persistence. Looking real tight. Captain America. Double Liliana. How terrible that is. I don't know if I just go 4 drinkers, but I like that other guy for the treasure token. And the other guy stays in the graveyard. With this guy, I'm inclined to make the token. That's the problem. Enchantments. Sure. The less enchantments you have out, the less you can pump them. Do a little pump enchantment spells. Or copy them. That's pretty nice. I think we do this.
Enough with the mysteries. I've come. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
I don't know what to discard. Shelters is great. We need to get 7 cards in this graveyard. 8 or more cards in the graveyard. I don't really want a plus. I think I have to plus. He has a lot better stuff than me.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
I need permanence in the graveyard. I mean, he has the answer for Sheldred. Artifact or creature. Oh, is this the thing that you can just put on somebody? Yeah. So we don't have enough to Tide Terror.
A delay, nothing more.
But the Jukai... Man, the land, dude.
A fight? And you think you can win? One of your friends has to leave.
So we can discard the Barron. And cast him with the Liliana. I think I gotta go 4 Barons in there. He is showing, the madness is showing greatness. And here's the greatness.
Drop
I
it.
guess I'll discard. So if he all out attacks, I think I block Kami, I sacrifice Lily. Otherwise, I block the thing, save Lily, and then I minus and I either kill that or that. He got rid of the other Touch of the Spirit Realm, so that makes me think he has something else. He's gonna definitely buff Kami, so then that adds mana so that he can cast more things. I need another permanent in the graveyard. It's a problem. That sucks. Yeah. I think Liliana with a Vampire Kiss is fine. So he's not going all in. Calyx. Let's do this. Ooh, that's a Bloodletter. Yeah.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Man, I need to land. Is the problem. I got the Baron and the Drinker. Rabble rousing? You got rid of Calyx? Oh, you saved the rabble rousing though. What is this deck? Okay, I mean... Don't gain too much life. What did you do?
Sorry, I'm not interested in dying today.
I think like something like this? That looks pretty good, right? It felt good. Get the Drinker back. Looks less threatening. I guess we go with this then. And with the Drinker, you know, you just gain that life back, you know. This is a big Elvish North. I mean, you do know you have a lot of permanents in your graveyard, right? Yeah, let's do that. You got a lot of nice permanents in the graveyard. Do 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 do. 6 damage, 6 lifelink. Nothing in the graveyard from my graveyard to get. I'm not gonna say good game until Sheltered flips. You have to kill me this turn. Wrath isn't gonna do it. Good game, man. Good game. What is it with your rabble rousing? Let's see, I get Companion, Kami, and the Ellis Norm for double triggers. And I get a Calyx. And then a Komodo and another couple card draw. And I get this thing. Wow, that would have been great. Possibly a few misplays in that last one, but we came out with a win. Showing the power of the Queen's Bay, getting around the Virtue of Persistence. We'll go with Miranda, I guess. Or a Kiss to make some tokens, so we can sack the token. Ran and still do there, maybe something like that. So the Millennium Calendar? So all will be one deck? I don't know. They'll probably have a lot of battles. So 1 damage type of thing. I mean, there's no point in doing that. Not at this point. I mean, we're on a timer, right? So if I'm on a timer, I need to cycle stuff. That's good. I hope they kill whatever we have. Kill something we got out. Excellent. And now see the power of the bay. Ooh. Do we want the bay? Let's go with the bay, man. Show you the power of the bay. 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. Lethal, for presenting lethal. Next turn, if he doesn't get a blocker. The power of the Queen's Bay Paladin. You're dead. You better get rid of it. You still might be dead. Interesting. Interesting. Very intriguing. I've never seen that combo. He could wipe the board again. You know, with the board wipe, but the fact that he used 2 get losses, he didn't have the board wipe. So that's not going to do it. There's no 1 board wipe. Ooh. Yeah, good game. Queen's Bay Paladin. Bringing back a Queen's Bay Paladin to bring back the Barron. Pretty crazy. I didn't see that one coming. Anyways. So, today we was looking at the Queen's Bay Paladin, 3 mana, 2 black, for a 5/4 vampire knight creature. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, return up to 1 target vampire card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it, which means a finality counter, if it would be put in, go to the graveyard from the battlefield, exile it instead, and you lose life equal to its mana value. So, we got a lot of vampires. Maybe not enough. Maybe we need more. I don't know. And the main one that we're concerned about bringing back with the Paladin is the Bloodletter, of course. It's a vampire demon for 1 colorless, 3 black, 2/4 flyer, and if an opponent would lose life, they lose twice as much. So it doesn't even have to be on the battlefield. You could bring the Paladin out, resurrect something else, like Brand or somebody, and then when you attack, bam, you sneak out the Bloodletter, and you're going to hit for 10 damage, and, you know, maybe kill your opponent. Or, like in some of the games, you can bring in a Baron when you attack, and sneak that onto the board. And, do some extra damage. And, we got some lifelinkers with the Barons and the Drinkers, which maybe you should just go all in on that. I don't know. I had like a couple freebooters in there as sacrifice targets for... I can't even see it now. For the Souls of the Lost. Got a couple bats. Got some vampire kisses. It's kind of like a bunch of little stuff, The main thing was to... Originally there was a black and blue deck that I was milling. So I had all these mill cards where it was... I guess that's it. So you mill yourself, mill the opponent. So each player mills 3 cards, and then you return 2 creatures from your graveyard. And then, when this dies, you mill 2 cards and you get a creature back. So originally, like I had, the mill card in there, and, I only had like 3 or 4 blue cards. It was pretty much useless to have 2 colors. So I eliminated those, I took out Jace, I took out the invasion of Amonkhet, That's a pretty good one. He could copy a creature in your graveyard, so he can become a copy of a Bloodletter. Maybe it has some value. I was running Disturbing Conversion, where, you mill 2, each player mills 2 cards, and then each enchanted creature gets -X to its power, where it's equal to the number of cards in its controller's graveyard. And then I had the Cruel Somnophage, which is power and toughness equal to the number of creatures in all graveyards. So I was kind of doing a double mill and, getting the double benefit. But it didn't really work out, and, it just, it didn't work. So I switched to Souls of Lost. The only problem with this is equal to power and toughness of your stuff in your graveyard. But it did allow for me to get the Tide of Terror Tide. Should be Tide of Terror. Should be. But the Terror Tide in there, which is a pretty good sweeper for black. And probably you should look at, keeping that around, for other decks. Oh yeah, so we talked about that. To go along with the Breach, got the Breach in there for the mill, never saw it. So you self-mill, you activate the Souls of the Lost, you activate the Tide for the Fathomless Descent. You got the Freebooter, your sort of removal spell, pump spell, in the Gift of Fangs. So if you enchant one of your life-linking vampires, for say, it becomes a 3/3, or you could use it to kill an opponent's non-vampire creature. And I got 2 bat caves in there, or cavern bats, just to take some cards out of their opponent's hand. Turned out, just slowing them down a little bit, or forcing them to have to use their removal on this as opposed to on something else. And then got some Liliana for removal as well, and also to discard cards. So it's a good way. I learned while playing that the Barron and Liliana are a great combo. Right? It's the same thing like with the blood tokens. If something forces you to discard the Barron, you could use the Madness, and you could use a Convoke with the Madness to cast it. So you could also use the Souls of the Lost discard with the Barron to discard it, and you don't actually lose anything. You actually probably get the Barron out on the board. And then to go along with the discard or the milling, we got the Big Sheldred in there. So because it requires 8 or more cards in the opponent's graveyard to transform, so it's pretty easy to get that by the time you're casting the Big Sheldred. You've probably already milled them for a little bit, or killed some of their creatures, done that. To go along with the Tide, I have a Gig's Command in there, also good for the lifelink. because the Queensbay Paladin does suck up your life a little bit, and being able to put 2 counters on that, gain 7 life, allows you to get back stuff. Soren's in there as well for the life-linking vampires, more than the draw card. Everything's all about the lifelink. You got the Grasping Shadows, a nice new card where you can give 1 creature Death Touch and lifelink until end of turn. And you put a counter on it, then after 3 more counters it transforms, and then you can remove a dead counter from it and draw a card and lose a life. Blah blah blah. You won't ever get to that. It's all about, good luck getting 3 counters on it, because the creature has to attack alone. You have to have a single attacking creature. I threw in 1 Realm Breaker because I had 1 spot open to mill the opponent some more, to trigger the Sheldred a little bit, also for ramping to get some plane or some lands from the opponent. It also gives you that alternative win condition, right? You have like a number of mill cards. Maybe you mill them, maybe they're drawing a lot. It's a possibility. Not really it's like something you're hoping for, more likely you're looking forward to getting the Bloodletter out and finishing them off. What cruelty dicks? So you could search for your other combo piece. You can always search for the Paladin if you have stuff in your graveyard that you need to bring back, or if you have the Paladin out on the board or some other stuff, you can bring Bloodletter out and do that. And yeah, that's it. This has been told, like and subscribe. Queensbay Paladin, pretty nice card in a vampire deck.